Hello and welcome to this Thursday's little ditty, 15 minutes for the spiritual entrepreneur, a practice to receive divine guidance. So every Thursday I come on and I do some information, giving some information, doing some attunements, some challenges, some practices to help you get your guidance so that you are listening for your guidance. You're not waiting for someone else to do a reading for you. You're able to understand, oh, that's a message for me. What does that mean? Or if you're asking a question, you ask your question and you're receiving information back. So your divine guidance is your own guidance for you, for your business. As a busy entrepreneur, our biggest enemy is that we are busy, is that we are overthinking, is that we are doing way too much. Certainly overthinking every single little thing that's going on in our day, and we're not giving ourselves any time to do the practices that really matter. So that's why I'm here, to do the practices with you, to start you off so that you can actually see how valuable they are. Every single woman who is transforming, who's out there to make a change in the world, who's on the leading edge, who's doing something very different, who's entering into the paradigm, who's creating a new reality, who's ascending from 3D to 5D, all are doing some sort of practice. What I'm doing is asking you to amplify that practice so that you're getting the most out of the time that you're spending. This has never been done before. The fact that I'm only going to refer to women, that we women are on the leading edge. We are doing something very, very different. We are listening to our intuition. We are being guided by angels, fairies, pixies, dragons like myself, who are the voices of God, who are coming in to help humanity shift and do things in a very different way. Away from the patriarchal society. I don't talk much about male and female energy, but definitely allowing you to feel into your sovereignty, into your soul, into the very, very best that you can be. Now, as any woman in business knows, when you get an idea and it's so damn good and you run with it, it feels like magic. It just, oh my God, that worked so well. Yes, you need to put the effort in behind it, but if you got it as an idea, it will absolutely do you no end of good. Your ideas are your gold. Now, where do these ideas come from? They are certainly not coming through pressure and strategy and they're coming through focus, but they're focusing on the outcome, but they're not coming through the stress and the strain and the effort and the survival state. These ideas are touching in with you. They're so light, but they're so clear that you are understanding that that was a message to you, that was an idea for you. Your ideas as a businesswoman, even as a woman running a family, which is a business these days, are golden. You have the Midas touch when you are listening to your intuition, when you're listening to and receiving your divine guidance. So that's why I'm doing this for the busy entrepreneur, because I know myself, I can bulldoze my way through the day and then things go horribly wrong and I'm thinking, what's going on here? And I'm like, I never did any of my practices. And it was at a point last year that I'd done another detox, because a detox is a great way for your intuition to come in, because you clean up your pineal gland. It's a route to the spiritual world. It's a route and a pathway into higher intelligence. A detox sort of cleans your mind, cleans your bodies and your cells. It gives you it gives life force energy a straight path all the way through you. So that what I'm going to share with you today is my devotion time. So this gives you a straight path through for life force energy to flow through you. So at some point, maybe a year ago and before that, I was just overwhelmed with so much to do. Busy entrepreneur, busy, work, got places to go, people to see. And somebody said to me, well, just, you can turn down the energy. And I was like, yeah, I could. No, that's not what's wanted. And my whole body went into my no response, like, no, that's not what's wanted here. And I'm like, interesting. So what is wanted? Because all I just kept getting was all these splashbacks and all these information that was just disappearing because I was just so keep on going. And so information was trying to get in, but it was just giving me headaches and I wasn't able to concentrate, and I just kept needing to sort of step away from the desk. And I was like, oh, nothing's working. So I was shown to stick with a pretty much raw diet, a pretty much clean diet. So I said, okay, but we're going into winter. I will do my best. And they said, okay, the next thing you can do is spend time in devotion. We can't get any information through to you, Fiona, because you're thinking too much, you're doing too much. So we need you to do devotion. I said, well, that looks to me like it's meditation. They were like, no, it's not meditation. I said, okay, so what's devotion? And they gave me this image of allowing the energy to flow all the way through me. So I was being the conduit. I was being the conduit for life force energy to run between heaven and earth, and then earth up to heaven, and then heaven down to earth, and then earth up to heaven. And they showed me a human being like a tree. So your branches are up in the air, your feet are down in the roots in the earth, and you are this conduit. You are allowing energy to flow all the way through you, all the way down into the earth. So you're sharing information. It's using you as like a battery or just a tube, like a drain pipe, and it's just allowing all the energy to come through. Most humans, because your heads are so busy, you're shut off, you're just all in your head, you're not allowing energy to come through. And if you're wanting to receive divine guidance after you've done your devotion work, which is basically sitting in silence, empty head for as long as you possibly can, I was told to do it for 30 minutes, and eating raw food, more detox style, so that the information had a much faster and flow rate through me. And then the information that came after that was just amazing. I had questions, they were answered. I had names for things. A lot of communication came through after that. So this is what this devotion time is all about. So if you can imagine a tree, it's a trunk of a tree. You, the human body, are the trunk of the tree. Now you can reach up with your arms, and you can have your arms as branches, and you can, like a funnel, you can just funnel all this information in, all this higher intelligence, life force energy that gets to flow through you, the trunk of a tree, and then out through your whole energy system and out into the ground, far, far, far wider, and then sucking all that up, sucking it all up and out, up into the heavens. So this is the idea of the devotion, allowing yourself 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, 25, 30, to allow yourself to be of service, to allow yourself to be devoted to your soul, to connect with life force energy, to connect with the heavens, the earth, to God, to the universe, to source, angels, whatever you want to refer to it as. I had a question when the dragons came through to me, and I said, you say you're the voice of God, but why have you come to me in dragons? And they're saying, well, religion doesn't work for you, and religion has certainly gone a bit, there's so many different kinds, and there's war and religions and all the rest, but that's not really what it's there for. So you are given the most powerful angelic source that you could possibly imagine working with and listening to. Now, if you listen to dragons and you think they are the most powerful, majestic, beautiful beings, so wise, and when I feel into them, they are angelic. They are so helpful. They want to be of service to you. So these are the kind of answers, and these are the kind of questions that came through. And then that's why the dragon cards came through to me, and these are all basically messages through the dragons as the voice of God of how humanity can start to operate from the soul level, so that you are accessing higher intelligence and you're allowing it to flow through your soul. This is when you get ideas, and your ideas are golden for your business. Now, what they're also wanting me to share with you today is that your business is your business, but it's none of your business. It is using you as a conduit, as the arms and the legs, to allow that to spread out, and in the art of whatever you're doing, spreading the message out to wider and wider and wider audiences. And this is why they give you ideas, that they want the ideas to come through to you so that you have the Midas touch. Not so that you survive, because you're always going to survive, but so that your ideas are golden. You have the Midas touch. You can reach so many more people when you're doing this particular kind of practice. So you know that when you're walking in the forest, or you've been on the beach, or you've just had an empty head for a while, ideas flood in, and you just think, wow, what a brilliant idea. Years ago, I was shown to go and sit in the woods, and I was, told to go and sit in the woods for a whole day. And I was like, I can't do a whole day. I've just got too much to pick up afterwards. Okay, half a day. Start with half a day, and no mobile phone, no notes, don't take any notes. And I'm an avid note taker, and I was like, no notes, no mobile phone. And they never said about don't take the dogs with you, but after a couple of times doing it, I didn't take the dogs with me either. I just sat there, and it was like having an affair, because my head was empty and I was just observing. I was being trained how to get into this neutral state, to have a communication with my soul. And as such, I had a communication with the birds that just got closer and closer and closer. I saw kingfishers flying up the river and little fish in the river. The forest, the trees spoke to the trees. You know that you get brilliant ideas when you get up and away from this space, and then you walk back to your car or walk back home, and you're like, boom, 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 boom. All these ideas and answers start coming in. You're like, oh, this is amazing. I've got so much information coming in. So today I wanted to give you a brief insight into what devotion actually looks like when you do it. So it's a 15-minute practice. If you can sit for 15 minutes doing this particular practice. There's also a little breath work that goes in with it. So it's visualization, breath work, emptying your head, and allowing information to flow all the way through you. You might get visions when you do this. You might see the DNA cells changing. You might see energy. You might see colours. But just stick with it. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes of what this devotion practice is to get you into this altered state. And then you can go ahead and you can prolong this. So at the end of the video, you can just keep doing that part of the video. And just now that you know what you're doing, you can actually get into it for yourself. So without further ado, we can get into the devotion state. It's an altered state of mind. And it's a great way to start when you start having communication with your soul and you just start getting divine guidance. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, with just on a deep breath, and as you breathe out, you can just close your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your arms into your lap, feet on the floor, and find your central line. Find that very, very central part of you. So the centre of your head, your nose, centre of your mouth, in between your eyes, down the middle of your throat, down the middle of your chest bone, down to your belly button, all the way down in between your legs. So this is your centre line, but you also have like a centre line from the middle as well. But just be aware of this grid that you can sit in, so that you're sitting up really straight, equidistant between the left and the right hemispheres of your mind, so that there's a straight line straight up to the heavens, and there's a straight line straight down to earth. So I want to breathe in. I want you to imagine that you've got a spiral going around in your middle, in your torso, and then like a musical clef. So the musical clef goes around the middle, ever increasing circles, and then it loops up into the heavens, collects information, comes down with life force energy, down your center line, goes right down through you, through the rock strata, through all the earth and the waterways and the crystals, down into the center of the earth, which is like a hollow cavern. And you find where you normally tether yourself. You find a rock or a crystal, but then from that you've got these tentacles that go out that just solidify everything. And then you bring a breath in, clean, clear breath, up through your body, one spiral line, then up, loops up into the heavens. And you can also put your tentacles up out into the heavens so that you're collecting a lot of information and you're delivering a lot of information. And then you just breathe that in again and allow that to come through your body, a loop around the center and then down. So you're doing a loop that comes in your center line and then down. So we're just going to do that for a few repetitive, oh, I can't speak. See, my brain's gone. I'm not thinking. Anyway, whatever. Repeat that several times and you just sit with that, keeping your mind clear. Now, the reason we follow the breath, we give the colour of a line, you can count for the breath, but the reason that we keep our mind busy watching what we're doing is so that thoughts don't keep coming in and narrating. So anytime a thought comes in, bring yourself back into following your breathing. So I'll guide you for a bit and then I'll leave you to continue with that for yourselves. So closing your eyes on a big breath, watching the air go around the center of you, emptying it out, and then breathing in. Take the air all the way up into the heavens and then spread your tentacles out, and then allow all the breath to be emptied out at the top. Maybe you can hold the breath here for like 3 seconds and then you can breathe in. As you breathe in, all the air is coming down into the body, into the central core, spiraling round again, a good cleansing breath, and then down as you empty out that air, as it goes down into the earth, into where you can imagine it attaching to like a big amethyst crystal in the center of a cave with waterways running through it. And spread out your tentacles and then breathe in again. Bring all the information from the earth, from Mother Gaia, back up through your body as the conduit, spiraling around. Maybe it's a rainbow colour thread that you're on, or silver or gold. Bring it all the way up through the centre of your head and poof, right out, up into the centre of the heavens. Watch where you're tethered. And then start breathing in and watch all the information and all the life force energy, however you see it. It could be glitter, it could be grains of sand coming through you, the energy swirling through you in the center of your core and then down, straight down into the earth. Breathing in again. Maybe you can watch the air, maybe it spirals around a little bit like the way the DNA works, just spirals all the way up through you and up into the heavens. And you can concentrate on holding your breath for 3. Empty all the air out. Breathe in. And as you're breathing in, you're also seeing all the energy coming down into the center of your core, spiraling around and then going down. So the center bit, the center of your core, is like where you change your breath from in to out. So it's going down, down, down into the center of the earth, attaching to that crystal in the middle of the cave, right in the middle of the earth. You're tethered, you're held. And keep watching your breath, whatever colour it has, maybe it has a minty taste, just let that come back in. spiraling round in the middle of you and then out again. Up, right up into the heavens. Hold your breath for maybe 3 seconds. And then breathing in, allow yourself to be the conduit for life force energy that's flowing all the way through you. And allow it to spiral around in your centre as it empties out. And then empties all the way down into the core of the earth on an out breath. And then hold for 3 seconds here and empty. Breathing in. Let all the air circulate around the middle and then out, up into the heavens. Imagine yourself held, supported, all the higher intelligence, life force energy flowing through you. See yourself tethered up in heaven. Hold your breath for 3. Silence the mind. And take a deep breath in. Imagine that breath with life force energy flowing all the way into the centre of you. Let it spiral around again and then out. Down into the core of the earth. And we have you on repeat. So if you have the energy coming up in a spiral from earth, maybe you can see the colour coming up from earth as silver, coming into a rainbow spiral in the centre of you, sending that energy up, off and up through the centre of your head, up into heavens, holding your breath just for a couple of seconds, and then breathing in a golden light as it comes down that particular thread that runs all the way through you, emptying out in the centre of you, like maybe the cord is bright rainbow colour in a spiral effect, and then goes down, down, down into the earth on an out breath. Hold again, empty for 3 minutes, 3 seconds. Breathing in the silver earth energy into your core and then out, up into the heavens, being a bypass, being a conduit for the information to flow through you. What I suggest is that you do this and set a timer on your phone. I'm already feeling lightheaded, I'm already feeling I'm well tethered, and I'm just enjoying the experience, emptying my mind. Up into the heavens and down into your core. Breathing out into the earth, the crystal, the cave. And hold yourself there empty, 3 seconds. Gathering up the information, the higher intelligence from Mother Earth, and taking it up the cord, spiraling 1 time, 2 times in the centre of you, and visualising it coming out the top of your head and going back up into the heavens, however you see the heavens. Maybe they're bright white, maybe they've got a purple haze, maybe you see God, maybe you see angels, maybe you just see vast spaces. Make sure that you're tethered up there, and breathe in all the higher intelligence, life force energy, and let that flow all the way through you and all the way down. Again into the earth and up and out into the heavens. and hold and breathe in. Breathe in into your core and then out into Mother Earth. Breathe in into your core. See the air change direction and breathe out up into the heavens. And keep going. You can pause the video and continue this for the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's a daily practice to step out of your own way, to empty your head, to stop thinking, stop worrying. You're far too precious to still be worrying. Just keep seeing the air flow into you, around your centre, and then down into the earth, changing colours as it breathes in and breathes out. Now feel yourself while you're in this state. Feel how it feels to be this clear conduit. Breathing clearly, purposefully. Big breath in and equal breath out. Shoulders down. Just feel how relaxed you feel to be in this energy, this neutral state. Keep breathing in, keep breathing out. Follow the path, let it run all the way through you. Keep your questions to the end. Just use this as a neutral conduit for life force energy. Now you can do this anywhere. You can do this sitting in your office. Maybe you can just imagine that you're sitting by the river in a forest. You can imagine that you've sat here for half an hour, a morning, a whole day. This really sharpens your concentration, really sharpens your senses, and that's why you're able to pick up and process more of the divine guidance that's running through you. If you want to know specific things, wait till the end and then ask a question when you're still in this altered state. This is the altered state I use when I'm doing body whispering, when I'm listening into your body. Your soul tells me what's happening with a particular ailment, or when your business wants to be heard, when I listen to your business. What does your business want to say to you? I'll ask and I'll get answers. So use this as a 15-minute technique every single day to let life force energy flow through you. And keep your questions until the end. So you can keep going through this. If you want to stop, you can stop now and just sense how it feels in your head, how you're seeing things differently, shapes, what sensations you have in your hands. And the longer you do this, the more sensitive and the more aware and the more conscious and the more life guidance can come to you. So if you have any questions, now is the time when you start to come out of this. If I'm doing a reading for someone else's business, then this is certainly when I do it. If I'm doing a reading for my business, tapping into the souls of my clients, or of someone else's clients, then this is the state I start in. There are a lot of practices that I can share with you that help you to get into a better sense of life force energy and divine guidance, but this is for today. So I'm going to leave you now, and as you really come back, I want you to know that you're brilliant. I want to know that you are loved, you are supported, you are safe, you are exceptional, you are beautiful, you are smart, you're intelligent, you're kind, and you are here for a purpose. Just to let you know that there is a place that you can go if you want to connect with your soul and really get the art of receiving divine guidance, where we walk you through certain processes. We do spring cleaning, we do clearing of energy, we see what's trapped in your energy. Every single time we go for something bigger or larger, there's always clearing to be done. This is how you operate yourself as your soul from higher states of consciousness. And this is what A Course in Practical Magic is all about. I believe I put the link in the description. It's also called the Dragon Portal, because this is where you get mystical and magical beings coming in and helping you. It's been a pleasure to be able to do this with you today. This is where your ideas come from, your golden ideas. This is you getting hold and getting a grasp of your magic and your Midas touch. So I'm going to love you and leave you. And if you have any feedback for me about this particular process, please let me know. Come along into Practical Magic and let me know what your experience was, what you felt, what you noticed, what changed afterwards. It cannot be denied that this is one of the most powerful practices that I have been shown to do, and I was asked to do this on a daily basis purely for the fact that I've got a lot of information to share. So I'm going to love you and leave you. So I'm Fiona and I'm going to sign out now. Have a wonderful day using your practices for receiving divine guidance.